as someone who posts a lot on TikTok and other platforms about autism, ADHD and neurodivergences, I wanted to say something about the recent decision by Merlin Group to prevent people with autism, ADHD and other neurodivergencies from accessing their disability pass, ride access pass system. As much as I understand that some people with diagnoses plus their 4 friends being able to use those ride access pass were causing the system to become overweighted and for lines within the ride access pass to become overweighted, I feel like there were other things you could have done to help with that issue and to make it a lot more difficult for it to be taken advantage of than to just say people with autism and ADHD will not be able to use the ride access pass. Speaking for myself, I have started using, in recent years, I have started using the ride access pass. This is because I am a huge fan of roller coasters. I am a massive fan of rides, and I would generally have a pretty poor time at theme parks because I could only really ride at the very, very, very beginning of the day or sometimes at the very, very, very end of the day because I can't do the big queue. It's not that I can't wait that long. I can wait that long. It's that when I'm surrounded by that many people, when I've been turned around to and fro in the ride queue and I don't know which way is out anymore, and I feel trapped in a maze, and I'm not just trapped in a maze, but I'm trapped in a maze surrounded by people and noise and discomfort, and sometimes in the dark I can have a meltdown, I can have a panic attack, and that's not safe for me, and it's actually not safe for other people. It has resulted in me trying to just leave and panic and try and push my way back out as fast as I can, and I've pushed people aside, and I could hurt somebody, and I don't want to. It's also resulted in me having a sit down in place panic attack that's gone into an asthma attack. I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to panic and feel claustrophobic in a ride queue. I'm not afraid of the rides at all. I'm exhilarated by the rides, but I can't do that in close contact forward and back ride system. And the ride access pass gave me the ability to access my love of roller coasters, my love of rides. Now that isn't available for me, I'm back to either spending all of that money, same as everybody else, to get into the park, but I can still only access rides where the ride queue is under 15 minutes. Or, which is very rare, let's face it, if you've ever been to any of those systems, or paying an additional fee for fast passes and gold passes and queue jumping systems. It's so disappointing. And I have a very high masking form of autism, and I'm older, and I can advocate for myself, and I can talk, and I can understand my situation. A lot of people I work with, a lot of people I know who have autism, ADHD and other neurodivergencies are more profoundly affected than I am. But you know what? That feeling on a roller coaster, that feeling of feeling excited, unsafe, but in a very safe way, that feeling of being enclosed and then the wind rushing past your hair isn't scary to the majority of autistic people I know. In fact, it's an incredibly freeing feeling. It's a really exhilarating, amazing feeling that a lot of autistic young people genuinely enjoy. But having to go through that really difficult queue system before is a massive barrier to them ever experiencing it. I really, really hope that Merlin Group will look at this again and consider some other way that they can make a a similar system or a queue access system that will work for neurodivergent and autistic people that maybe isn't the same as the one they had that they felt was becoming overwhelmed, but will still allow those of us with neurodivergences and a love of all things roller coaster to be able to enjoy the park and enjoy our day out like anybody else who can access those rides. I'm going to miss the Smiler a lot. It's my favourite roller coaster. I'm going to miss the Wicker Man. And I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed for myself and for a lot of the people I know who are going to miss out now because we simply can't queue like that. And I get that queue, nobody enjoys that queue. Nobody wants to be in that queue. Nobody thinks, oh, well, the queue's part of the fun. It's not. It's nobody wants to be queuing for an hour. And I'm not asking not to queue for an hour, 2 hours for the ride. I will queue for 2 hours for the ride. I just can't do it in a crowd. I would happily have somebody give my name on a big sign to somebody and say, and then them carry it through, and I wait until that person with the sign comes to the front and I could go, oh, look, there's my name. Can I get on? There I am. Look, I've gone all the way through the queue. I'd do that. I'd have no problem with that. I can't, I'm happy to wait 2 hours. I just can't do it in the middle of a crowd. Let's find another way. Please, let's find another way. Don't just shut us out.